Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Leo for, I was going to say October 2024. And then we open up the deck. We have the Eight of Wands, so Wheel of Fortune. So we're looking to communicate within the right time. Jupiter is looking out for you. You see, again, it's happening. I was cleaning the deck and the cards were just bucking. They weren't going together easily. No jumpers or anything like that. But we see that the Wheel of Fortune is here. And that is to say that, well, in the right time. Your time is now. Again, Eight of Wands with the King of Swords. So we have that honesty, wanting to communicate and speak the truth about whatever. Having that sense of justice. Could be for legal connections for some. For others, it's just wanting to be honest about what they want and who they want to be with in some cases. And then we have the High Priestess. So either we're keeping under wraps or we're waiting for the right time. And here we have the Nine with the Two showing again. We have the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles. So it's a relationship, one that you know you want. You want to get your satisfaction. And you want to be honest, and you want to be with someone who is self-sufficient in that sense, where they're open and they're providing for, and they're really into taking care of not just themselves but other people around them. There's that Emperor. So it's a match because the Queen of Pentacles represents the Empress in the High Arcana. So we have that sense of, I want to be able to take care of the next person and I want to be honest with them. Again, the satisfaction here, following the instinct and knowing when is the right time. And here we have the Hierophant. So we have the Emperor going to the Hierophant, which is very good. And having that satisfaction, Leo, you're moving along here with the Hermit. So going within, or having gone within, you're finding that you're quite capable and you understand pretty much everything that happened, because we're coming into where we are now with October. We're coming into an accumulation of what has taken place, and lessons have been learned. You've gone within and you have some satisfaction, or you're aiming to be satisfied. Either way, satisfaction is coming to you. And the deck split on the Nine. So the Hermit, you're probably still in that Hermit mode where you're keeping to yourself, or you're avoiding communication because you've gone in to learn, you've gone into focus, you've gone into to mull over what has happened to you, because we've all been going through. See, the deck is given trouble to fold together. Again, it's the same thing happened when I was cleaning the deck. It's not that cards are wanting to show, it's there's a big blockage. And I'm not going to connect readings. I don't feel the need to connect the readings, but you know, if you're listening to them, where the blockages are being mentioned. It's up to you to go listen if you want to other readings and see a little deeper in. Leo, you're spiraling up, going from the Emperor to the Hierophant, and then we're looking at the Hermit. So you're taking stock. You're taking stock of yourself. You're taking stock of progress that you've made. You're taking stock of where you've been and where you want to go. Where you are now is pretty much at the crossroads. We'll see how the cards play out. I've changed the deck for October. I'm using the Crow Tarot, and it's really for spiritual connection, more than, well, more than, it's, I don't use the cards for anything but spiritual connection, but I think it's where I want to say more than the visual pleasure of seeing the cards, because I enjoy looking at the cards when I lay them. It's just the way I am. I'm attracted to tarot decks, so it comes out that way. But when I say connection more to the spirituality, it's because in other decks, when I see the birds, I want to reach for this deck, the crow deck, and crows are linked to deep wisdom. So that's why I picked this deck for October. Okay, enough of that. Let's move along here. Leo, 8-card spread where I choose the cards at random, and the first card is basically, again, it's accumulation of what's happened over time. Now, time is not measured in tarot. Time is time. So it's where you are in the moment. If you are reflecting when you're looking at this reading, if you're reflecting on the past, then you may see messages that reflect on what's taken place in the past. And if you're looking at what's coming in the future, then the messages may change and take the form for what is to come. Again, it is as you resonate with the messages. It's not what I say is written in stone. However, the cards do reflect what is going on with the collective, and it is up to the viewer to siphon out what fits with them. With regular viewing, it becomes a little easier. It's like with regular reading, tarot becomes a lot more easier to decipher. So here, this card is a representation of what has taken place, what has brought you, molded you, has changed you, or has brought you to your knees or raised you up. It is a sense of deep reflection on what has taken place already. Okay. The second card is a reflection off of this that leads into the future. So, well, this is where you're headed. And then the third card is what is hindering you or what may be helping you. Let's see, I have my cup of coffee that's blocking. Sorry, Leo, I'm just going to take it away. Sorry about that. I'm aiming for silence and I'm making noises. So yes, the third card is what's helping or what's hindering, and again, we will know which one when we flip the cards. So the fourth card is your subconscious, what's going on deep within. Now, what's underlying how you feel and where you want to go, and what you're thinking, and the energy in this card is a direct hit with this one, because like I said, this could be your fears, this could be your hopes, it is your unconscious. It's what we can't really put a finger on, but we have a feeling of what's going on deep within. And then the fifth card is the grounding card. So this card keeps you steady, it keeps you going, it's what feeds you, it's the root here where you get all the nourishment to make change and guidance. Now, this could come in the form of a different person, it could come in the form of the self, of experiences that you've had, or just the mindset, but it's where you feel settled or what will help you to continue on. And then the sixth card is past experiences, lessons that you may have learned from the past. And that again is what is helping you. Again, we're looking for all the help we could get when we touch tarot, right? And then the seventh card is outside forces. Now this could be either positive or negative, in the sense where how you are affected by others and how others are affecting you, and how to see or read into their behaviors. Now again, it doesn't have to be other people, it could be circumstance, situations, or places where you gather, the environment, in other words. So it does deal with other people, but it could be one individual, it could be many. And then the final card is what is a possible outcome to what could be. So it's a possible future. Sorry, I keep moving the cards because such a tiny space, but I want to see that you can see them as best as possible. Okay, here we have it. Now, I did get to look at the bottom of the deck, and we have the Strength card showing. So could be you're dealing with a Scorpio, another Leo, or you're just holding back. Now, with all the bucking that I was feeling with the cards, with the shuffle, the knocking, it seems that you could be holding back and keeping yourself away from a commitment, feeling that regret, or thinking that you're missing someone, or needing to let go of something or someone. There's a reconciliation here. So it could be that you're missing someone, in the sense where you're thinking about a particular person that meant a lot to you, and you have regrets on probably what took place, because you're looking at what happened. You see these 3 cups laying down here, but you have to remember that there's still a possibility to have whatever it is you think you feel that you've lost. You can still have that. As long as you're alive, you can have something, not the same exact, because the same exact person is maybe no longer there, but you can still have a different kind of relationship with a different person, but nonetheless a relationship is still available to you. You need only look back to see this, or turn away from the suffering, the hurt that you're feeling. In some cases, that suffering has made you stronger. For others, again, it is a feeling of lack, loss, that you're holding back because you've lost. You don't want to move forward because you've lost, you see? But that's for some. Not everybody's going to feel the same way. I mean, there's a reason why, because of a love. It has to do with love. It's always about love with this 5 of Cups, and it really depends on your situation. If it is you that is feeling that sense of loss, or if it is that someone else is not letting you go, like you're feeling like you're still connected to someone who you don't want to be with, and that's not for everybody. Just take it as it resonates. But there is a great deal of strength that is needed here in order to overcome this and have that reconciliation. Again, is a possibility for some, that it's not a death that is separating you. It could just be a mindset, and it is still a possibility, because the 3 cups that are laying down here is showing themselves here. So it could be like a renewal of love with another person, or the same person. In fact, if you want to reconcile, it's going to take a great deal of strength. So it could be somebody needs to overcome their ego in order to reconcile, and that is a choice that we must make. Here we have the 6 of Cups, so it's a true love. And then we have the 9 with these 3. Yeah. So it's satisfaction in love. It's wanting to be with a person. It's remembering. It's having trouble letting go, going back into memory, remembering the love, wanting to reconcile with someone that you do feel great, deep love for. But it's going to take a lot of strength there. It's going to take a lot of strength. And again, it's coming around and going around. So it seems that it could be a karmic relationship. Not in a negative way when we say karmic relationship. We see the marriage card showing itself here. We have the Three of Wands. So the possibility, the understanding, wanting to reach out, feeling that, okay, I've understood. I understand where you're coming from. And it is a very important decision to make, to want to go back into a love, wanting to reconcile with someone and celebrate. Again, we're going from the Four of Wands to the Five. So we're spiraling up. We're going from the 3 to the 4, from the 2 to the 3 to the 4 to the 5. Leo, very good. Very, very good. Whomever, whether it is you or if it is someone else in your entourage or if it is just your mindset, it's all the wands. So it's all the action that's being taken. It's all the work that is being put, that effort that's being put into, again, making an important decision concerning love. It is in the regards to love that these decisions are being made, for these steps, this effort that is being made. Now remember, we started off with the Eight of Wands, so we're building our way up to it, and then we have the Page of Swords. So coming out with truth, or investigating it, or being wiser to it, just waking up to it, in the sense where your dilemmas are coming out, coming out. You're putting the finger on what it is that is causing a problem, or has caused a problem, or is creating a sense of weakness, that needing to overcome, remembering why whatever took place, and really thinking and looking back into, again, we had the Hermit, so you were able to mull it over and see what it is that you feel that you lost, or how you reacted, or how you're dealing with that sense of loss. Again, it is on every level. So we're looking at the most extreme, where it is a death of a deep loved one, deep love, and then the person may have died, and you're still getting past that. And again, those of you who have still with the person, or you've just broken off with the person because of whatever took place, you're finding the strength to overcome that. Again, it doesn't have to be the extremes, but I have to call it as I see it. And this card does represent a deep loss, and it could be for physical death, or it could just be for emotional death, where you're feeling betrayed, you're feeling that loss, someone walked away, or you walked away. As I say, take it as it resonates, but there is a deep connection and a wanting to reconcile. For some, again, there are those who have had that deep physical loss, and they need to start over with a new relationship. See where we have these two cups. And then there are those who are looking into the relationship that has been broken and wanting to reconcile with that particular person. So we have a few scenarios playing out here. Either way, and whichever one it fits in your situation, it is for true love. There is a sense of deep connection with that person, and having to make a decision that is life-changing with that person. You've come to understand, or your focus is on wanting to reach out to that person, and the hope for a serious relationship with that person. There is a dilemma that you have to, or that you're facing. Again, with the bucking of the cards is where this would show, where it's a difficulty. It's a difficulty within the self for some of you. It is a difficulty in communicating with the next person for some of you, and it is the impossibility of having communication for whatever reason. It is sitting on the fence. It is not reaching out. It is, again, holding back, not wanting to step forward and talk to the person, because certain truths need to be revealed, or that wanting to speak to. And now here's your match, the Queen of Wands, Leo, with the Seven of Wands. So being able to step up and face that Queen of Wands with honesty. So it would be the person, whomever, whether it's a male or a female, it really doesn't matter at this point, but it is your match, because we're reading for Leo here. So the Queen of Wands is having that truth come, or waiting for that truth to come, and is either pushing back or standing their ground. I mean, take it to your situation for a second chance. So they may be blocking. If it's not you that's blocking, it may be them that's blocking. And again, Temperance is here to say that we need to heal certain mind game situations. So whether it is betrayal, or plotting and scheming for betrayal, or the act in itself, again, what has caused the regret, that is what needs to be talked about with the next person. Wow, I went far in. That's you, Leo. It just feels that way, because no cards were showing other than what we'd seen with the Eight of Wands. And then as I kept going, it seems that you're spiraling up. So the relationship is moving in a positive direction for some of you. For others, it is quite a dilemma where you're going to need the strength and a mustering of experience. So let's see how the first card brings us to the Page of Pentacles. So it is a plan. It is something that you've been working on. It is that wanting stability, that working towards having stability. Everything that you've done is now put you in a position where you are wanting that stability, whether it is in love, because it seems to be, we have the 6, the 3, and 5 here, and we're looking at making a choice, making that decision. We're looking at having that hope and wanting to learn more about the possibility for having that stability with a particular person. Again, it is for love. So there's 4 of Wands here with the Page of Pentacles. It's a beginning of developing into a stable relationship. So it could be that what you've done is now triggering the next person, or triggering yourself, because you've gone in, Leo. You've gone in with the Hermit. You've gone to mull over what you've gone through, and this is choice now to be focused on that sense of stability. So something has triggered you. Let's see the second card, and it is the 7 of Pentacles. Again, it is all the work that you've done in the past. It is either seeing things come into fruition or seeing things going into stalemate. Again, we're looking at the 5 of Cups here for that sense of loss and wanting to reconcile. So feeling that things didn't work out in the way that you would plan them to, because we have a broken 8 with this Pentacle sitting here. And this is the patience that is required of us. So we're looking at the future here, that we need to really be patient with someone. We really need to be patient with ourselves. We need to be patient with the circumstance around having that sense of stability, because we are investing. We are putting forward everything that we have into our future to have something that is solid. Again, I said it is going to take a lot or all of your strength that needs to be mustered here to overcome particular loss and have that new beginning come, that sense of, okay, I can do it again. I can have a relationship again, though I feel I've lost everything. That's what I'm talking about. And again, the loss in itself is particular to you, the individual. Let's see what the third card is here. This is what is helping or hindering. And then we have the Knight of Cups. So a message, a proposal, coming out of, well, we say out of the blue here, but it doesn't feel like it's coming out of the blue if we're focused on having that sense of stability. What is coming out of the blue is that we're feeling that yearning to reach out to someone, wanting to overcome and reconcile and go back into what we know is love, or meet up with who we know can and does love. You may be thinking of a particular person. Making that choice to reach out to that person is where it's going to take a lot out of you. But you want it, you're vying for it. There's hope that you can get to that level of serious relationship, because your focus is on having that stability in a relationship. And what may have hindered you in the past could be just that is coming around now to help you. Again, we're looking at what took place that is triggered, either you within yourself or within the next person that you're thinking of, because there's obviously a relationship that's wanting to happen or has been attempted, but something didn't go right. And now your focus is on that stability to make it right, or to try again with another person and make an offer, because this is what is going to help you. It's a positive here. Now, out of the blue is only because I'm seeing it like it's a trigger, like, okay, I want to ask this person, I want to approach this person, and that will happen out of the blue, where again Jupiter is going to pick the moment for you, where the wheel will turn and the door will open, and when you are ready, the door will open up for you to make that proposal, because that's what seems to be happening here. In the perfect timing, you will be able to make that offer, Leo. So deepest, darkest fears and the hopes that we have that are subconscious. You see, deep down inside, you want that satisfaction of being in a steady relationship, in a stable home life, in having just that, everything that you need. You see, you want that legacy to happen. It's been on your mind for quite some time, and it's so deep within that you're looking for the happiness, but you're not telling anybody really what you want. You're putting on that air of I want to be in a relationship, but certain things you're not dealing with. Again, it has to do with regrets from the past. It has to do with that wanting to reconcile, that wanting to reach out. It has to do with holding back for whatever reason. And this, of course, is reflection on psychological issues for some, where you've gone through some devastation that it's put you in a position where you want to be in a relationship, but the fear of that relationship not sticking, not holding, not becoming a full relationship is what pushes you back, or makes you let go, or says, no, I have to start, but I can't continue. Again, it's going to take a lot of strength here. And again, facing in, looking into this, what it is you really want, what you're hoping for, is the same thing that you're afraid of, if you get my meaning. That 9, that hermit is where you must go in and reckon with what is a true relationship for you. What is true happiness to you? When you can answer that question, again, the card does say you want to share, you want to have a partnership, you have everything that you need, you're just missing the one person, and your focus is on having that proposal happen. You want to offer that land, that house, that legacy. You have everything that you have accumulated, you want to reach out and share with someone. Now, that's understandable. That's the surface. But deep down inside, it is the very thing that you want to hold back from. And that only you can answer as to why. That's where the hermit comes in, and the temperance card comes in there too, to make us see what it is that's really, what is the real truth behind the fear of having a real relationship. And of course, for some, oh look, the deck just split. For some of us, we need to change the perspective on what is a true relationship, what is a legacy, what is to have kit and caboodle with another person. When you can face that and really see your ways, to see the future of that. Again, that was in the three of wands right here. Making that decision. With that 3 of wands, looking into the future, wanting to have, hoping that it will work in a particular way. This is where you change your perspective, because it cannot work the way we expect it to. And that is what we need to mull over and really focus on what we can, what we're capable of, and knowing our limitations. And having that understanding that even though I put all my effort in, it doesn't mean it's going to work the way I want it to, but yet I am ready to accept how it will come, and the patience that you put in with that temperance to heal a relationship or the loss of, it will come back to you tenfold. This is why you're almost there. You're on the brink of that breakthrough, being able to, out of the blue, make that offer. If you see where I'm coming from with that connection now with out of the blue, it's good. It's still going to take a little while. It's still going to take a little while. You're not completely there yet, but you're vying for it. You're vying for that sense of stability, that home, that feeling of home. And then what's grounding you, of course, is the 9 of Cups. So it is to have that satisfaction. This is knowing. See, we have the 9 and the 9, the double 9. So you're coming into it. It's going to happen so naturally, again, out of the blue. It's going to happen so naturally that you're going to feel very much satisfaction here. We have satisfaction, and we have the patience and the abundance too, and that sense of having everything that we need. And the lessons learned, again, knowing what disappointment really is, that feeling of loss, that focus on what you did lose, and being able to look in and say, well, I can have it again. And I know what love is. I'm going with what I love, because that disappointment came from a deep sense of feeling love. This is a heartbreak. This is a true heartbreak, where you're feeling the guilt in what your part was, and you realizing now, or you've come to realize that You know what you really want because of what you've lost or what was taken in some cases, where that betrayal, you know, someone took it from you, your true happiness, someone took it from you, or you feel like someone did. I mean, it's a question of understanding what took place and what you really want now, regardless of what was taken or what was lost. What it is that you really want, you have to measure that. Again, with the Hermit, I keep coming back to the Hermit because that is the most important card right now for this reading. The focus is on what you have gone through and what lessons have come from what you've gone through. What made you stronger now is put you into focus on making that place and space and claiming it and saying, you know what, I really want to be with someone, whomever that someone is. I mean, take it to your situation. The point is that you're making room for another person. If you take only that from this reading. For the month of October, you're starting that momentum. It's just the beginning here. It's just the beginning. Okay? And then the 7th card is the outside forces, where things are up in the air, where, oh, we're not too sure if this person is interested. We're not too sure if this is what they want. Now you're taking into effect or into account the next person's needs. You see where I'm coming from, eh? Your satisfaction is what is driving you to aim for bringing in another person into your life, because you are satisfied with what you've been through in the sense where you've learned lessons. Again, we saw the Emperor going to the Hierophant, reaching up, really ready to get into a relationship. If you're not chosen someone yet, I mean, it's obvious that you want to make an offer to someone, so you may have already chosen someone. But the sense of looking into the future where you may not have met the person, because again, this is just a plan. This is not anything but an idea of, this is where your mindset is. You're focused on stability. You're focused on setting up a home. Okay, I'm ready now. I'm ready to open my doors and share my life with another person, and I'm ready to move into another relationship. For most of you, this is what it's feeling like. It's a general sense. It's a beginning. Here in this sense, where the people that you're circulating around, or the people that are circulating around you, or the situations that you are affected by, is creating that imbalance where, are you sure you want to get into a relationship with this person or another person or that person, or someone may be creating waves to deter you from what it is you're really focused on. And that is where your strength too is really going to count, where you have to pull away and let go of third parties, if it is that there are third parties who are creating that imbalance with particular relationships that you may be interested in. Again, the deck is splitting and we see the Empress here. So again, we're opening up to that love. We're opening up to wanting to have that in abundance. You see? Being able to say, I forgive and I let go. Again, just when I was talking about letting go. That's what she's capable of. That is where the strength will come. From that inner knowing, that being able to say, this confusion, I'm not interested. This, I may be not interested, or whomever. There's a particular group, if not a particular person, or activity that you may be into, or it's something that it's not bringing you balance. It's upsetting the balance, in other words. And this is where you will have to use your intuition and siphon it out. And here we have the Four of Pentacles. So again, looking at what is truly valuable to you with the connections that you have with certain individuals, and being able to let go of those individuals, or particular individual, if it is one or two or whomever. Because with the three of cups here, it could be a group. It could be more than one person that you're dealing with. And if it is that you're looking to propose to one or two or three people, maybe you have to choose from the one or two or three people, but you will know who, because the Empress shows that you're able to decipher, you're able to distinguish what is the right and what is not enough, and what is enough, and how much, and balance out what is imbalance here. And then the final card we have is a commitment. So it looks like the outcome is very positive, that you will move forward, that your focus is strong enough, that you have that inner strength in you to make that proposal and bring in the balance and have that commitment. Leo, you're on your way. You've overcome. You've gone from Emperor to the Hierophant. Your focus is definitely on what you know you really want, and you're being honest within yourself. You're looking for that honesty in others. You really know what is satisfying to you, and you want it. You're vying for it, and you're going to be honest with that the King of Swords is, you're moving with true, total honesty, and you're not letting anything slip. You're not letting others bring in that imbalance. You know what you want. Good for you, Leo. You're making choices. You're making real choices. You've learned from heartache and heartbreak. You've had enough of it to know what is the right step next, or the next step for you. You want to make a proposal to someone, and you're mulling it over. That Hermit is going to guide you. The Temperance card is going to guide you. Jupiter is going to guide you. Again, I'm not looking at particular signs in this read, simply because it's all about what you are going through. It's really clear that you are going through major upheavals that have brought you to put your focus and that determination. Your Queen of Wands, whomever they are, could be another fire sign, could be earth sign with that Empress, could be anybody, could be a water sign too, if you're really looking into your emotions. Let me see, just because I'm curious again. It's mostly the Wands, so it could be air signs too, but there's honesty from a Queen of Wands, so whomever is fitting the bill of a true, honest queen could have air in their chart, or it's just the attributes of being honest, because it's really lots of fire signs here. She's very bold. She's very bold and very defensive, and she may be willing to give you a second chance. So it's somebody who you know, it's somebody who you've dealt with before. Not for everybody, but for those of you who are connecting to that, where you're coming from the past, you want to reconcile with someone, or you want to get into a brand new relationship, and you're vying for someone who is very capable and makes their own money and is honest. Could be Sagittarius with the Temperance card as fire signs go. Could be another Leo, Queen of Wands. You know who you're dealing with, and if it is that you're not sure who you're dealing with, like you are uncertain as to who to pick because you have a few to choose from, could be any sign. I thank you, Spirit. Such a beautiful reading. Leo, you're spiraling up. You're coming away with very hard lesson learned. You see with this Three of Swords here, you had to go through heartache and heartbreak in order to be able to choose stability now, because that's where you're at. So I thank you, Spirit. What is the oracle message for Leo? Very excited for you. You're going to have a beautiful commitment, Leo. That's good. At least you know what you want. You really do know what you want. That's good for you. Message for you is it's a matter of time. Ooh, round and round. Well, you've been round, and every time you've gone around and you've had a heartbreak, you learn from it. Now you know what's not to choose. Oh my goodness. This is incredible. Coming from a sense of lack and feeling that loneliness and having to go through that on a few occasions. I say a few, I'm being... Okay, you've been through a lot. It's not a few, it's more than a few. But every time you go around, that's what this card means. Every time you go around in a dysfunctional relationship, which brings in that heartbreak and heartache, you learn from it and you become stronger. Again, it's because of the strength that you're going to have to muster in order to move away from all of this chaotic behaviors or people or circumstance, situations. People that you're mingling with are creating that environment of confusion, and that is up to you to walk away from. And again, in a matter of time, it's Jupiter that's going to open the door for you, so to free you. So let's read on TikTok, because TikTok is number 3 again. So again, dealing with other people. The 30. There we go. 30. Before the 30, the 29 would have been taking a breather. That's why you went in on your own. You're doing your own thing. You took yourself away. You put yourself into that hermit mood so that you could overcome, so you could understand, so you could go deeper inside, so you could muster up that strength to overcome. You see? To overcome. It's a question of reconciling with yourself too, and that deeper sense of this is what I want. I want to be in a relationship. Leo, you are family oriented. You are relationship bound by nature. It's the kind of relationships that you get into that need to teach you to be wholesome, to be together, to know what real family is. You're going to get a message, or you're going to relate to someone who, again, you're going to have the proposal. Again, it is either you going to make the proposal or one will come to you. Again, I didn't say that in the beginning, but because it feels more like I'm dealing with a Leo who wants to reach out to someone, who wants to make that offer, because you're focused. You're focused on it. And again, it is a question of timing. It's going to come to you to know when, because of everything you've gone through. At some point, the spiraling up, which you're doing, is going to bring the fruition. That 7 of Pentacles. It's the future card here. It's going to bring in that relationship. Whether you will be asking someone or someone will be asking you. Take it as it resonates, Leo. Let's look at timelessness, divine timing. That's what I said. You're going to have your commitment. Let's look at the relationship message on that. Love, the fulfillment of desire, and even the body's reproductive cycles have their own timetable. Some things are preordained and cannot be coerced. Everything has its season, its divine and appropriate timing, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Remember that you always have enough time for love, to find it, to nurture it, to give and receive it. Its clock is eternal and ticks according to the beating of your heart, in perfect rhythm. Isn't that wonderful to know? Love is always right on time. And on that note, Leo, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.